doesn't really seem to matter a whole lot for Duluth when it comes to postseason action. Very curious to see how the process of this schedule prepares them for playoff hockey, where historically Scott Sandlin has had these Bulldogs at their best.
So with that being said, Noah, again, real quickly, last two topics here. Again, the season outlook. Again, we talked about how we have them at 7th, but realistically, if things go well, they could be well above 7th. So although we have them here, what's your actual prediction that could happen with the Bulldogs here for the upcoming season?
Yeah, I feel so wary about the goaltending. There just hasn't been a guy that you've looked at since, in years past. You mentioned Ryan Fanti, Hunter Shepard, guys like that. There just really hasn't been that go-to guy. They're missing that right now. And for me, one of the things, as we mentioned with Scott Sandlin's program, is their defensive structure is good, but when it leaks, it pours. And you need a good goaltender behind that to backstop them. They just didn't have that consistency last year. That's what it's really going to come down to. A couple of these freshmen and these transfers, of course, have to produce, all things considered, a very young group. Like we mentioned, 13 underclassmen. So they've got to get up to speed quickly. Sticking to their identity of that hard-nosed, blue-collar style, it's not going to hurt them. But I don't know that it's going to be enough, Nick. Like I said, I almost feel like they need to supplement a little bit more offensive risk this season in terms of taking a little bit more offensive chances, because defensively, they've been okay, like I said, but with the goaltending question marks and the defensive structure being slightly above average, I just feel like they need a little bit of offensive punch. They need to be able to be that team that can get into kind of a back and forth barn burner fire wagon style of game and feel comfortable with that, in addition to playing a sound defensive game that we've been accustomed to. If they're able to do that and have a couple of guys that rise, to the occasion offensively and get better than mediocre goaltending, I think they have a chance to push for 5th or 4th in the conference. I don't see them going any higher than that. I think for them, a home ice spot this season in the NCHC would be a successful year for the Bulldogs based on what I see coming into the season.